Mac here, and welcome to Empires of the Undergrowth. If you haven't seen this game, strongly suggest you check it out on Steam. It's currently about 15 quid at the moment. It's in early access. It's like a strategy game where you control basically an ant colony. It's a mixture of like Dungeon Keeper and a little bit of like sort of classic strategy game or sort of city building sim, I suppose, but it's got its own mechanics that are quite different from any others, so it's pretty good. But today I'm going to start a new Formicarium. So that's basically like your, what would you call it? You're basically in a lab, and you build up your sort of home nest, and then you go out and do missions in the wild, if that makes sense. It'll become apparent once I start, but it's pretty unique the way the campaign works, and it's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm going to start a new one. What colour should we be? Blue. Whole. I don't know. So yeah, this has been in early access for a few years, but it's pretty good.
Ah, I see the Queen has taken well to her new home.
It's fascinating. She has already started to spawn. Incredible, really, that we found such a healthy specimen.
How long until we can expect to see interspecies polymorphism?
We should be patient and allow the colony to grow first. I've placed food nearby. Then we will introduce the Formica fusca and observe their reaction.
Excellent. Keep me updated on their progress.
Yeah, so you get, there's basically like two scientists like watching over you, and they like narrate stuff and they add stuff in. The bloke's just an absolute
Come on now, my little ants.
nutcase.
You need space to grow. Dig, dig, dig.
Yeah, he's a weirdo. So what do they actually want me to do? So we're going to build out. Oh, we got some food there. That's good. So if you've ever played Dungeon Keeper, you'll recognise
Beginning to
this.
expand their territory.
Excellent news.
Yeah, you'll recognise this. It's like you just pick where to dig, and your workers will do that for you. This is all food on the floor, so your workers will carry it back to your stores, obviously giving you food. So you always start with like 7 workers, and these are your different groups. So this is like your nest group, and any units that you put in this group, they'll just run around the nest doing the jobs like carrying food, carrying the larvae to spawn your new units. That's pretty important, so you always want to have some in this group, otherwise your nest won't really like work. So that's the only food we've got. We've got 36. Why aren't they collecting that? Get that food. You can. Oh, they are now. That's good. You can set waypoints for groups. I haven't got anything in that group yet, but like a pheromone marker, and then the group will head out to that location. They're not collecting that food. You can also actually move them into a group, so I can actually control them if I want. But you should be careful when you're doing this, because if there's no one in this group, then they're not going to be carrying lava, which is really important, because when your ants die, they just they basically rehatch. And if you haven't got any carrying the lava, then you're screwed. Let's make another room, and I'll build. Oh, I can only build workers. Oh, that's fine. Let's just have a look at these. Yeah, whatever. So this is basically my home nest, as I was talking about. So we won't actually get really attacked at the moment. We sort of build our base here, and then we go on and pick our levels from here. But this is persistent, this little level essentially. So what we'll do, we'll just go outside quickly. So we'll dig this out and then it'll let us go outside and then we can see. Need some more food storage. You can also upgrade like any building tile. It costs the same amount as it cost for the original tile. But for the food ones it lets you store a lot more food, obviously. Which is pretty useful. There needs to be able to upgrade a tile, there needs to be like 6 of the same tile around it. So you have to sort of think about the shape that you make your rooms. Let's see, I can't upgrade that one at the moment. So I'd need like another one here, but we'll leave that for now, it's fine. That's why they weren't taken out. See, like, yeah, they weren't working on that because I put them in a group. There's not much to do on this initial level. Right, you go outside. Yeah, there's no food or anything. But this is the outside. You can see the little light. Yeah, you can see that we're in a, whatchamacallit, in a lab. Get all the stuff on the side. And the mad light scientist will occasionally you'll do like a challenge. So if when we do these levels, we do them too, and then we can do the, to be fair, I think you can do the challenge now. Obviously we won't because we haven't got anything that we need. But yeah, so you'll move on from here, a little home nest, and then we'll go on to do some of the missions. You've also got, you get this currency called jelly and you can upgrade your certain units, and there's like 2 possible upgrades. Well, there's 4 possible, but you can only pick 1 of each on the side, so you can only pick a total of 2 for each of your units. So you've got ones for the queen. There's some pretty strong ones there. That's for just our workers, and then our black ants, but we can't even build them yet, so, and we haven't got any jelly. So basically what we've got to do now is go on to one of the missions and then we can start getting some resources together. So yeah, this is just like basically an introduction to the game. This is the start, the first level. There's not really much to do. It sort of just explains all the basics here, but I've already played this a fair amount. I'm playing it quite a lot actually since I bought it. I just absolutely love this game. But I'll probably end it here, and then in the next video I'm going to go on to the next level. So we'll do new home, and when you pick the levels you can pick the difficulty, and that'll affect how many rewards you get. You can also, once you've completed the level once, you can unlock the challenge mode, which will basically add like extra little objectives, or just make it harder essentially. But yeah, I'll show that in the next video when we'll go on to new home, because we haven't got any jelly, so we can't upgrade them. We've got 8. I'll tell you what, we'll use that. You're restricted on the amount of territory you have. You unlock more as a reward for doing the missions. So you've only got 3 left, so I want to use that wisely. This is going to stay as like a food storage room, and this will be like a hatchery for my soldiers once I unlock them. So like, yeah, we're at 0 now, so we can't expand anymore, but that's fine because we're not planning on doing that anyway. So yeah, I've explained the basics pretty much. So your queen has room for like, I think it's 7 larvae here. So once they get to a certain size, they'll be taken by the workers, by your nest group, to a hatchery. They'll sit in the hatchery until they're ready to pop. Basically, if one of your ants dies, it will hatch and replace them, which is quite an interesting way of doing things. You don't just build units whenever you want. You build like a tile. Let's say I wanted a worker, right? It takes 20 food to place that and 2 food to hatch. So if I lay this, it will cost 20 food. That won't just give me one straight away. It will just sit there for a bit. Then when there's a larvae ready to go on that tile, they'll take it over. It will then cost, is it 2 to hatch? It will cost 2 food to hatch. So in total it's 22 to start off. Right, so then that's hatched for 2 food. That ant goes off and dies. They'll just bring another larvae to that tile and it'll cost another 2 to replace it as soon as it's available. I don't know if that was really confusing the way I explained it, but it'll become pretty clear. I'm probably just really shit at explaining it. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here. This is just like a little introduction bit to the game, really. And in the next video, we're going to go into New Home. I'm probably going to do it on just like medium difficulty for now. I've done this on Insane. With the challenge, it's pretty hard. This game can be really difficult. So I'll probably for this playthrough stick on medium, just for my sanity and a bit of speed as well, just so we can get through it. Also, you can't save mid mission, so if you fail, you fail. That's it. You've got to start it again, which is good. I like it. It definitely makes the game more challenging, and it makes you think about your strategy and stuff like that. So yeah, look forward to the next video when we'll be doing New Home. And if you enjoyed the video, please like, and if you want to follow this series, then please subscribe because it helps the channel out. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Carve Mac out.